I really want to talk about something that is very, very important, um, especially if you've been running adverts online. If you've been advertising on Facebook, on Google, banner adverts, video adverts, if you're doing all of that and you feel like you're not getting the results that you want, or you could be doing much better, right? Like your results just, they're just terrible. You're spending a lot of money on advert and you're not getting any customers. You're generating leads, but you're not generating the right leads. So I really want to do this webinar to show how how you can do better, basically. So, and it's we're going to be using the real estate industry more or less like a case study, because like the major focus is going to be more on real estate. And so I've titled this "Stop Wasting Money on Online Adverts." It does not mean that you should stop advertising online. It just means that you should figure out what you're doing wrong and you should get it right, before you continue any advert. So if you're doing any ads right now, just pause everything and, just watch this video and figure out what you're doing wrong so that you can get your money right and get your customers right and get everything, going as much as it needs to be going. Alright. Okay, so why is this thing not moving? Okay. Alright, so the truth about this is that, and this training is provided by TALDN Digital Consulting. That's the name of my company. So my name is Damola, Akanbi Damola. I'm the head of digital at TALDN Digital Consulting. Okay, so basically there's nothing new here. Digital marketing is not this, magical thing that fell from the sky and all of a sudden it's this thing that if you can just apply it in your business, all of a sudden you're going to just start getting 1 million customers per day. It's not this this magical thing that just appeared from nowhere. There's nothing new here. It's still selling. It's only the medium that has changed. And the truth about it is, like, if you remember, when the phone was invented, right? Before the phone was invented, how were people selling? Like, exactly, people were knocking on doors, right? People are still knocking on doors. They were going from offices to offices, and selling their products. Do you understand? But when the phone was invented, all of a sudden you don't need to knock on as many doors as possible. Now you can just get a list of numbers, right? And you can call maybe 100 numbers or 150 numbers in a day, and you could reach about 200 people in a day, with phone calls, right? But now so the medium has changed. It's still the same selling, whether you're selling one-on-one, or you're selling on the phone, or you're selling through the internet. It's still the same selling. So if you don't understand the fundamentals of selling, if you cannot sell one-on-one, you cannot sell on the phone, you're going to have very difficult selling on the internet, right? If you cannot convince someone to buy your products and convince someone that this product is valuable and regardless of the price, this product is the right product, if you cannot convince someone to do that, then you're going to have a hard time selling online. So there's nothing new about online advertising. In fact, if you have a process that is already working for you, selling your products one-on-one, selling your products using flyers, selling your products using cold calls and all of that, it's still that same, process, still the same fundamentals that you're going to apply online. It's just that now you need to learn, how the internet works. You need to learn, just like the way someone would learn how to make a phone call, learn how to, be quick on the phone, because you're not in front of the person and you need to be able to convince the person, quickly. Do you understand? Like, learn all those things about the phone. It's the same thing that you just need to learn about how the internet works. So the medium has changed, but you're still selling, still the same selling fundamentals. You understand? So, and one of the major fundamentals and one of the reasons why online marketing does not work, it really has nothing to do with online marketing. It's just that people don't understand why, people buy. That's just the thing. If you're having trouble with your marketing, it's usually because of the fact that you don't understand why people buy. People don't buy products. They buy solutions. They buy solutions to their problems. A quick example, I'm just coming back from church, right? And I didn't have fuel in my car, so I needed to get to my house right from the church. I didn't have fuel in my car. I had to buy 2,000 naira worth of fuel in my car. in order for me to get to the house. If I didn't have the problem of not being able to get to my house, I would not have stopped at the filling station to buy fuel in my car, right? So I had a problem. The filling station had a solution. I went there, and and they provided me the means for me to meet my problem, basically. So what I'm trying to say is that, I mean, if you're selling real estate products, I mean, people are not just buying real estate, they're not buying real estate, they're not buying land, they're buying a solution to a problem. So what problems are people having? Do you understand? The truth about this is that, look, um, everyone has a problem, right? Every single person has a problem. Like the person who works in a bank and makes, 10 million naira bonus, 50 million naira bonus, 20 million naira bonus, these people, they have a problem. They have money, right? And they don't know what to do with the money, right? I mean, they are afraid, they are scared, right? I mean, I know it's hard to believe, but these people are afraid, like they don't want their money to go down, because they know that if they keep that money in the bank, they keep 20 million in the bank, they come back in the next 6 months, that 20 million has turned to 15 million, they come back in the next 1 year or 2 years, that money has turned to 5 million. So they are afraid. Cash is losing value every single day that it's in the bank. I mean, we're not even talking about inflation here. So these people need a place where they can secure their investments, secure their cash. They need an asset that they can invest in to more or less secure their future. And that's why they need an expert like you, who's a real estate expert, to show them that, look, you can invest your funds, in real estate, and manage your investments at the end of the day. So they're not really buying real estate, they're buying a future. They're buying a means to secure the future of not just their own future, but the future of their family, the future of their kids. That's why people buy real estate for their kids. Not just because they want to buy another land, it's because they want to manage their investment and want to secure their future. So people just don't buy products, people buy solutions. And one of the reasons why most internet marketing adverts and all of that, like one of the major reasons why it doesn't work is that people are on there, they are selling problems. I mean, they are selling products. They are just pushing out products. Get this land 40% off, get this land 20% off, get this, get that, get that. Like, people have seen that over and over and over again, right? And it doesn't speak the language that other people want. If I'm not looking to buy real estate at this point, but I still have 20 million in the bank, but I'm not considering real estate at all. If I see your advert, even though your advert has value to me, but just because I'm not thinking of real estate, or maybe I had bad experience with real estate in the past, I'm not going to click on that advert, even though I'm your customer, right? But if I see an advert that says, look, learn how to manage your investments. Every time money is in the bank, you are losing value of the cash. See where you can invest your cash for better returns. This, that. Like, if I see an advert like that, and if you're not saying real estate, but you're speaking to my problem, right? I'm going to click on that. Then you're going to have my attention, and then you can now start telling me about the offer and everything. But first of all, acknowledge that, I have a problem, and that, look, this is the solution and all of that. Because the truth is, if nobody has a problem, right, nobody will make money. The only reason why we're making money is because people have problems, right? Dangote has a problem, everybody, they all have problems, right? So your goal should be to figure out what those problems are and sell the solution, and stop selling products. These are the fundamentals. Whether you're selling one-on-one to somebody, or you're selling on the phone, or you're selling through the internet, this is the fundamentals, right? Sell solutions, don't sell problems. And the truth about it is that, if I don't have any investments, if I'm not looking at securing any investment in the future, I don't have any money in the bank, and I see an advert like that, I'm not going to click on that advert, right? I'm not going to click on that advert, right? Because the advert does not apply to me. So this is why, you sell solutions, because if the person didn't have the problem in the first place, they're not going to click, on the advert, right? The advert I'm running for this webinar says something like, stop wasting money on online adverts. If you were not running online adverts in the first place, if you're not spending money on online adverts, you will not click on the ad, right? Because it does not concern you. But someone who spends money on online advertising, spends money on Google Ads, and has wasted money and felt like, oh, I'm not getting the results. Me using the word wasted is on purpose because I want to talk to people who have spent money and they are not getting the results, and they know that something is wrong, right? They know that they need help. So such people is like, okay, you know what? This is the solution. Right? Just stop doing what you're doing. Watch this webinar. This webinar will show you how, and the webinar is actually going to show you how, right? So one of the major reasons is that, but if I just go and say, okay, you know what, this is an online marketing business like that, no one is going to click on that ad, or I'm going to get the wrong people clicking on those adverts. So this is a very important thing, is that, like, stop selling products, right? Start selling solutions. And this will always show you, like, where your money is, right? Because at the end of the day, whoever you're going to help, whoever you're going to provide the solution, is the person that has your money, right? It's someone out there has your money. That's just the truth. Like, if you're trying to sell a real estate deal, the money is not in your bank, the money is not in your friend's bank, the money is not in your, the money is not in your stock, the money is in another person's account, right? Somebody out there has your money. Somebody out there needs your help, and the person will not give you the money, if you're not able to reach that person, if you're not able to get the person's attention, attract the person, and show what you are capable of doing. You're not going to be able to get the money that is yours, because the money is yours in the first place. It's not that person's money, it's your money, right? Because you have the solution to that person's problem. So the question is, who are you going to help? And this is really where the major problem that most real estate companies have, because they don't have an understanding of where and how to target, like, their target audience, where the right people are. So one of the major problems that I keep hearing from real estate companies is that, I'm getting leads, right? I'm getting a lot of leads, but I'm not getting qualified leads. And first thing I told them that, look, there's no such thing as an unqualified lead, right? There's no such thing as a bad lead. There's no such thing as that. Because the truth is, the person that you're calling a bad lead, that person is buying something from someone else, right? If, for example, I came to you and I said, look, this thing that I'm selling to you is $100 million, right? It's $100 million. I mean, you might just look and say, look, I can't afford this. This is the wrong product for me. But you're buying something right now, right? You're buying recharge cards, you're buying different kinds, you're buying books. Do you understand? You're buying different kinds of things, right? So it's not like you're not buying things. It's just that, like, this product is a bad product for you. Like, if this product was a good product for you, you'll probably buy the product, but because it's $100 million, it's all of a sudden a bad product for you, right? Because it's beyond your capacity to purchase it, right? So the same way, if you're selling real estate and you're selling like a 50 million naira property, or you're selling a 40 million property, just because the person that has signed up as a lead and has filled your form on your landing page and has done all of that, and the person has converted, but you call the person says he cannot buy, that person is not a bad lead. That person might be able to buy tomorrow. You just have, and the person is actually buying a lot of other things, but you just have the wrong product for the person. Do you understand? So the question is, what different kinds of products can you provide for the leads that you have, right? You have to be creative about this. The person might not be able to buy real estate property, but the person might be able to buy a real estate education, right? The person might be willing to buy, okay, how do I learn how to, estimate my property, right? How do I learn? There are different things that you can sell to this person. Like, you can sell brochures, you can sell books, you can sell training, you can sell different kinds of things, right? So, people are buying things. The question, people every day, at least every single day you buy something. Nobody goes, a whole week without buying something. I don't care. Like, even the beggar on the street buys something. Do you understand? Everyone is buying something. So the question is, who has your money? What problems do they have? What solution can you provide to them? And how do you go about reaching these people? So digital marketing is not there's nothing new here. It's not like a magical thing. It's just another medium. Um, it's just another way to reach people. But the truth is, at the end of the day, you need to understand these fundamentals, which we've talked about in these few slides. And for those people who say it doesn't work, like digital marketing doesn't work, let me just show you one of my campaigns, right? Let me show you one of my campaigns. Okay, so this is one of my campaigns, right? It's look at that. This is a Google display in-market audience advert. So the way Google in-market audience works is that people who have been searching for different kinds of work. So look at this. This was for an interior design company. So, and I was looking for people who were searching for this words, within the last 2 weeks. So the way it works is that people who have been searching for interior design in the last 2 weeks, they'll be seeing my adverts everywhere they go. Like whether they go on Forbes or they go on, or they go on like any kind of website, they'll be seeing my adverts, right? Because they've searched for this term. So what happens is that because you have an internet, because you have a laptop, right? Your laptop has what you call an IP address. Now that IP address, what the IP address does is like a home address for your system. It's like a home address for your laptop. So what happens is that everywhere you go, Google has captured this information, right? There's nothing wrong. I mean, they actually use that information to give you better data so that they can serve you much more relevant data. So you're not just seeing adverts from everybody, you're seeing adverts to things that apply to you. So if you went on Google and said, okay, I need an interior designer, and I am advertising for interior designers, Google will give me that information so that I can reach you. So that, you won't be seeing adverts about football when what you're interested in is interior design. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, that's how Google Market Audience works. Like things that you've searched for in the last 2 to 3 weeks, it gives me those information, and it gives me those people that have searched for those items, within the last 2 weeks, and then I can advertise, my brand to them. So you can see that for $129, that's about like 44,000 naira, I was able to reach 614,000 people. 604. That means 604. This advert was viewed 614,000 times. That's like 60% of 1 million people. 600. That's over 600,000 people. And out of those 600,000 people, 6,830 people clicked back. 6,825 people clicked back to my website, and I said, "Oh, I'm interested. I'd like to learn more." Do you understand? So I've gotten brand awareness of over 600,000 people. Like, if you're distributing flyers or you're distributing, flyers on the road, before you can distribute to over 600,000 people, like it's going to take you. I can't even begin to count the amount of years. But if you're doing phone calls, how many can you call over 600,000 people like that? Well, you can see with just about 45, like if I spent close to about $500, I might have reached close to about 3 million people. Do you understand? I've gotten a lot of clicks back to my website, and be able, of course, get a lot of sales from this whole process. So the idea really is that, like, so for those people that say internet does not work, this does not work, that does not work, like, this is just like a foolproof example of how you can reach so many people, at the click of a button. And these are people who are targeted, people who are searching for words that that I want. You can see some of the words are really, really detailed, like African interior design. Lots of, like, you can see interior decoration. So these were people who were highly quality people, highly quality leads I was able to get at the end of the day. Do you understand? So that's just it. I'm still going to come back on these platforms. I'm going to show you how to use these platforms to get the right people. So the truth is, your money is out there. You just need to know how to get in front of these people using internet marketing. Internet marketing is just another medium. It's just the tactics. You still need to understand the fundamentals of selling. You still need to know that, look, even if you get somebody that's interested and you have their attention, You need to know how to present your products, your value, your offer, your value proposition, and everything in such a way that they are willing to buy from you. So, I mean, if you are not able to do that, then this won't help you. That comes first and all of that. So now we're going to talk about the major problem. There are so many things we can talk about when it comes to internet marketing. We can talk about the paid aspect, the adverts, the Facebook, the Google adverts, the LinkedIn adverts, banner ads, advertising on Punch, Guardian, newspapers, and everything. We can talk about all those online adverts, and we can talk about the organic aspect where we're talking about social media, SEO, online reputation, different kinds of things that you can do on different platforms to gain free traffic. This is an extensive training, and I do have an extensive training. For your information, I have an extensive training. If you want to understand how digital marketing works extensively, I'll tell you a bit more about that at the end of this training. But I wanted to pick like the most important thing that I thought to ask myself, that what is like the most important issue or the most important thing that most people are facing when it comes to digital marketing. And the number one most important thing for especially most real estate companies is the fact that they're not getting qualified leads, right? They are getting leads, they are getting maybe 500, 5,000, 50,000, I don't know. Getting a lot of leads. They understand the process, doing lead generation, doing landing page. They understand everything. Getting your messaging right, doing the video adverts, image ads. Most real estate companies understand that, but where they are having trouble is how do we get the right people to click on our adverts? What targeting options are available to us online that we can get quality people to click on our ads? And for you to get quality people, you need to think like a quality person. Like you need to understand where these people are and how they interact. So I'm going to look through two platforms. So the first platform is going to be business.facebook.com. That's Facebook. That's advertising for Facebook and Instagram. And I'm going to look at Google AdWords, right? So since we're already on Google AdWords, let's go on Google AdWords and let me just show you what's possible. Like in the next few minutes, it's not going to take long. I just want to show you what's possible, like different things you can do, right, on Google AdWords to target just to target the right person, right? So here it is, we're here. So I'm just, so you can also log in. If you don't have a Google AdWords account, you can go to ads.google.com and you can open an account. But if you've already been advertising, then, this should be straightforward. So I'm just going to do this same kind of advert. It's called an in-market audience advert. It's very, very effective, and it works wonders. So I'm just going to do that quickly. And if there's time, we're going to go to Facebook. If there's no time, we might do Facebook on another video. But this is very important. I love Google and Google in-market ads. Very effective. So you just go click on this drop down, click on campaigns, and then you're going to see like a plus sign. You can click on you can click on a new campaign. Alright, so this is the plus sign. Alright, so just click on this plus sign to create a new campaign. Alright, so what kind of campaign are we creating here? So just create new. Alright. Who has your money? Over 2 billion people are online right now. So everyone is online, from the CEO to the janitor, everyone is online. Question is, how do you get in front of the right person and get their attention? That's what we're talking about. So you want to click on, depending on the kind of objective you want to get. There are different kinds of objectives. You can, if you're promoting an application, mobile app, you can click on that promotion. If you just want awareness and reach, you just want to reach a lot of people, get a lot of impressions and awareness. If you are looking for, product and brand consideration, you want people to just, see your videos, see your, just get in front of a lot of people. This and this more or less go together, but I think this is more video centric. And then website traffic, yes, you want to get extra traffic, you want to get leads, you want to get sales. So sales is more conversion driven, right? So I'm just going to click on leads. and then I'm going to click on display. I want to show you how to do a display campaign. So you can do either a Gmail campaign or a standard display campaign. So a Gmail campaign appears in the person's email, right? It looks like an email. So if you have a Gmail account, right on top of promotions, you're going to be seeing adverts, right? So, but that's not what we're doing. It's very effective, but that's not what we're doing. So we're doing a standard display campaign. So let me just put my website here. TALDN.com. TALDN. TALDN. Stands for Talent Then. So, love the website. Fantastic company. Okay, seems like internet is taking some time today. Alright, how many minutes? So if we cannot cover Facebook, I mean, we'll just do Google in this video and we'll cover Facebook some other time. But this is very important. Like if you can get this right, you know, your business is really going to explode, right? So I mean, the campaign name, yeah, you should just name this, you know, something, you know, like real estate one. So it should be obviously be the name of the campaign you're trying to run. Location targeting. So depending on where you are, I mean, you really want to target the states. You can target different states at a time. Real estate. Okay. So you can target different states at a time. So I'm just going to target Lagos and Abuja. Lagos state. Oops, that's Portugal. I'm not targeting Portugal. Just add some yam and, you know, spreads. It's all over. Abuja. If you're in Abuja, you can comment, you know, you can just say hello, I'm in Abuja. So yeah, you got Abuja. So you can see, like, it shows us the amount of impressions we can possibly get from this targeting data. So this is 2.5 billion people that we can reach online, right? 2.5 billion people just with this. And we've not done anything. So we want to limit this because we don't want to reach everybody, right? We want to reach people who are targeted, right? So now I'm just going to scroll down. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. You can put your budget. Let's put 0.0. No, we're going to put like $5 here, right? So there's a lot of things you can do with all of this. I don't want to get too deep into all these things. So I mean, you have bidding. So bidding shows how do you want to bid? Do you want to bid based on conversions, you know, or based on like a value? So let's say like here, your conversions is $20. You want to be bidding based on that. You just want to bid based on conversions, right? So you can manually set your bids or you can automatically set it. Don't ever automatically set it. Google will just carry all your money for you. And just leave it as manual. Now we are here. So now what we want to do, this is where we have the audiences, right? So we want to get people who will search, you know, for investments, right? Good investments within the past couple of weeks. So people, we don't just want real estate because a lot of real estate agents are searching for real estate. So we don't want anything real estate, but we want investments. We want things like stocks, like bonds. People who are searching for because people who are searching for those things are looking for where to put their money, right? And that's our target audience. So let's say investments, for example. Now what you're going to do is that you're going to see, when you're looking down, you're going to see custom intent audience, right? And you're going to scroll down, you're going to see in market. Yeah, you can see in market audiences. So you can see in market. So you can see, so you could use this capital investment opportunities. That's a good one. But you want to scroll down to the in market audiences, you know, and see where you could see like good investment, you know. So investment services, yeah, it's good. Retirement planning, yeah. Financial planning, yeah. So people who are interested, who have been searching for this, these are usually people who, you know, are serious minded with money. They're looking for where they want to put their money. So business, financial services, yeah. Credit and lending, definitely. Do you understand? Financial services, no? So I'm gonna avoid financial services because and maybe business financial services because that includes people who are looking for loan. And I don't want just all this um everyone that's looking for loan to come on board. So business loans. So maybe I'll just do business financial services. I like that. I'll do this too. Okay, so once we're done with the in-market audience, we can then go to intent audiences, right? So you can use investment opportunities, investment services, people searching for investment companies, investment plans, right? So in-market audience, intent audiences, these are just people who have an affinity, right? These are people who, for a very long time, even beyond 2 weeks, right? They've consistently been searching for things like this. The reason why in-market works is because in-market is within the last 2 weeks. So the person is in the market, right? But for intent, this person could have searched for this thing like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So we don't know if this person is really interested in this right now. But we can just put like a few. So just let's just do it like this. Investment company. So this is not bad, right? Okay. So you're done. So you can see the impressions now is about like 500 million people, which is not bad. We just want like maybe 2 to 3% of that. Will be fine. Maybe about 10%, depending on how much we're willing to spend. So it says increase your reach based on the positive targeting and the settings selected above. So this just gives Google the capacity to add, right? It could add to the targeting. So like if you want them to, if you want them to go a bit broader, you can just increase this for more reach. So it's not so specific to what you said, but just people who might have similar things. But I like to keep it as broad as possible and test. And then if I want to increase it, I can increase that later on. And then for my bid, I usually leave it at 0.01 or 0.02. So I'm not paying more than $0.02 per click. So you set the amount you want to pay for the person that clicks on your banner ad, and then you go ahead to create the advert. So creating the advert is straightforward. You just need the right dimensions and do the banner ad and everything and all of that. Don't believe all this, typical bid for Google Ads campaign is 0.4. Don't believe that. Just put yours at 0.02 and let it be. Like you're gonna get the results that you want to get. So that's it. Go ahead to create the adverts. Go ahead to do what you need to do. But the most important thing is, to get the targeting right. So you can see we're not searching for people who are interested in real estate, but people who have a problem. What's that problem? They have money, they don't know where to invest it. And that's just one target audience. You can have 4 or 5 target audiences. You can have people who have children and they don't know where, they don't know how to invest to secure their child's future. So yeah, you just have to think of the different problems your target audience has and how you're going to present that in your advertising. And the thing is, you're supposed to have one advert for one target audience for one customer profile, right? So now you're targeting people who have investments. This is just one advert. So when you're doing a different advert, you do a different targeting, right? So that you don't just bundle different target audiences together. That will not help you track which one is effective and is working and which one is not working. Do you understand? So that's really how Google in-market audience works. So that's what we're going to do for now. Maybe subsequently some other time we could talk about Facebook in another video. I just wanted to point that out that this is one of the things that we can. This is one of the major things that you can do to improve the quality of people that come into your, to your signing up as leads. And it's very cost effective. You can see I reached over 600,000 people with my adverts and with less than 45,000. So it's very cost effective. Another thing to note is that this is important. Targeting is important, but the messaging, your banner ads, it really needs to talk about the solutions that you're providing to your clients, right? It needs to talk about that. That needs to be like important, that needs to be paramount, that needs to be like the basis of everything you're doing. So if you found value in all of this, so much that we can talk about, how marketing works. So there's so much, how online marketing works. That's what we talk about, how video marketing. So video marketing is a kind of online marketing. It's another tactic. You have video marketing, you have search engine marketing, you have social media marketing, which you must be very familiar with social media marketing. You have banner ads, you have PPC, you have search engine marketing, search engine optimization. You have different kinds of online marketing. So if you're interested in this and you want to learn more and you want to more or less be you want to get your customers right, because the truth about this is that if you're advertising and you are not getting it right, you are wasting a lot of money, one, and even worse, you are wasting time, and three, a lot of your competitors know what they are doing and they are getting the customers you're supposed to be getting. Do you understand? So that's even more painful than the money you are losing on advertising, because if you get your advertising rights, you're spending, let's say, 200 to 300,000 a month to be getting views of 10 million to 5 million to 20 million. That's a good trade. There's no shortage of customers out there. There's no shortage of customers out there. It's just shortage of people who really know what they are doing when it comes to online marketing, who really know how it works. So, if you're interested in this, you are either looking to hire someone, maybe you've hired people in the past and it didn't work out. The major reason why it didn't work out is because you did not know, you didn't know what they were doing. You had no idea about how this whole thing works. Maybe you've watched a few YouTube videos, you've gone for maybe like 1 or 2 courses, but you still don't understand how everything works, right? And so you hired someone and they were doing the wrong thing and you didn't know what to track. You didn't know the different tracking points in the advertising campaign. So, every week there's certain things that you need to be tracking when it comes to your online marketing campaign. And if you're not tracking those things every week, at the end of the month, you just see that you don't have any results. So, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to get those results, how to get those customers online. And if you're interested in that, then I have a much more complete, a much more robust training where I talk about the whole facet of digital marketing, from top to